What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
We got a couple of things to talk about. We have more news. This is like the most news we've had since March.
We've had a lot of news.
Yeah. Well, it's all coming from the same place, which is the DVD. And we are not getting this DVD in the States until like September.
What?
Yeah, we're not getting it till September.
That's
but
laborious.
Europe is getting them. They've already, what?
That's laborious.
Yeah, laboriously messed up. Anyways, they are getting them in Europe. So people are kind enough to post some of the DVD extras, which we will get when we get our DVD. But I wanted to look at some of these, although I don't know if I'm going to record the whole way through all of them, because if I put the whole thing, although someone has uploaded the whole gag reel to YouTube.
Is it David and Jillian gagging the whole time?
I think they gagged a little bit, but that could be misinterpreted as something very dirty, so I'm going to leave that alone.
Oh, I wasn't going there.
I was going there. Gag
They look like they're looking at a blobfish again.
They probably are.
FBI! You closed the gate. I almost fell.
The devil comes at night.
Shipped on her apple box.
And the girl's apparently the same boyfriend, Jason Vandekamp.
Jackson.
Fuck me! Jason Vandekamp.
Jackson.
Fuck me!
In the pancreas.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm an FBI agent.
mouth
not
on
an
this one.
anthropologist. NSA and FBI personnel couldn't carry information. You motherfucker. Sorry.
If he doesn't even believe it.
Because I'm his father.
Can't say that with straight face.
Bang! I can't say bang on camera.
I don't care if it came out of an alien's butt. I'm still eating the entire thing. And maybe yours.
My butt?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat your butt.
Holy shit.
I'm
When was the
hungry.
last time you ate?
Can we have a split bucket?
Oh.
Shouldn't even eat it after all that.
Why does it keep falling out?
That's what she said.
I can't believe you said that.
You're a 17-year-old boy.
In my girlfriend.
Wait, he just
Bob.
made a circa 2008 Office joke. That was she said. I'm very disappointed in David. I'm offended also.
Go, David.
As a comedian, I'm offended that you're using
As a
joke
Canadian?
that comedian.
As a comedian.
TIT.
Read it back.
I'm not a
Yeah.
comedian.
Yes, that's correct.
Did somebody put my vibrator into it?
Was that Jillian's or Scully's?
Maybe both.
You're just now noticing?
Shorter.
Correct.
I will bet you
What's
100
making those
quatloos
faces?
that victim turns out to be one of Skinner's platoon mates from that classified list.
Gangsters of Triskelion.
Kiss me.
Later.
Oh, they should have left that
Those are
in.
my balls hitting the ground.
They should have left that in too.
Especially you in the middle. I know that's your thing. Don't deny it. I can read your mind.
Oh, the ghoulie. I could have played the ghoulie. I'm ugly enough.
There it is.
Oh,
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
she took the money.
I thought she stuffed her bra.
Oh, Scully, picket fences marathon. For one.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Got him.
Aw.
Don't get in.
Yay, Mitch.
Ah, fuck the tie, man.
He's fat. And open the gates of hell. Ooh, nice. Oh, look at them. They're gorgeous.
Bird shit on him?
Give another wave.
Don't look up.
It's good
How
luck.
are you not laughing?
Good night.
His hands were tied.
It's upside down.
It was upside down?
Standing O for the gag reel. I want more. I want more. I could watch 12 hours of this.
Why didn't they just give us 12 episodes of this? Like,
Well, yeah.
what
We
is
need more
going on?
gag.
We need more. All right, that just, I don't know if we need more gag, but yay for the gag reel. I reposted this on Indie Fangirl, so it's going to be
video?
smaller. What?
The whole video?
This is a conversation on
I got the whole conversation?
Fox Lock. Convo OFL. Looks
Convo
like she's
FL.
going to grab a booby.
What's FL?
I don't know.
Fully loaded?
On the Fox lot.
Oh, on the
Conversation.
Fox lot.
Conversation on the Fox lot.
Convo Fox lot?
Yeah.
Was the O go with Convo or is it
Convo.
on the Fox lot?
Convo Fox lot.
That's a lot of Fox.
All right. Someone was kind. Some kind soul. Perky B. Convifi from Perky B. I don't know. She called. Oh, that's the Fox lot. Convifi.
Convo FL.
Convifi.
It's not
Confifi.
Kafifi.
Confifi. Confeffel. Kafifi. I'm
Don't
calling it
confirm.
Kafifi from now on.
Wrong Fox.
I'm eventually calling it Kafifi.
Yeah, this Fox is owned by Disney now.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, they don't own Fox News.
See, this is what I think is going
They
to
split 'em
happen
up.
because there's like, oh, thank God. I think what they're going to do with it is they're going to reboot it, but they're going to have Mulder come around as like a Luke Skywalker, and then they're going to kill him off. He's going to die, like Luke did.
He's going to project himself across the universe?
Yes, in
While
that
singing
order.
Across the Universe by the Beatles?
Yes,
Oh.
and also Scully will just float into space for no apparent reason. She'll float to Uranus. I love saying Uranus. So let's see what this is about. Some people said this was awkward. This is my first time watching it, but it wouldn't surprise me because sometimes their conversations are awkward and sometimes they're great. They're just so hit or miss.
How hard or easy was it to get back into Mulder this season, season 11?
Let's see how hard is
Well,
Mulder.
as opposed to season 10.
I wanna know how
where
hard
we
Mulder
did those
was.
6, I think this was we had more time. I think it was a little easier.
Well,
That
I
was
felt
the-
weird too because my hair was the wrong color and the parting was wrong, which
The
really
wig.
threw me. And
Well, you're way more concerned about your hair than I am, but it's true.
Are you concerned about my hair?
In this moment?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
It's hidden.
I'm wearing a hat.
oh no, but even
Oh,
in
that's
a
so
wig,
fortunate.
it's longer than this is riveting conversation.
Yeah. How about you? And did you?
I thought they were doing bad puns. Like they're
I
going to
wouldn't
do
know how to
construction
put it
work.
right.
This is
Things
riveting.
are
Get
getting
into
kind of
character,
hairy.
I think maybe
No.
episode 10. No.
Do a little Jiminy Glick now. Okay, go ahead.
I think she went in
His
and out.
feet are so big.
Oh, and then
Look
she
how
came
big his
back,
feet.
and
His
then
foot is like the size of her
I
leg.
suddenly started to seriously in a mature woman because for a lot of her
Wait,
personality.
I gotta go
was
back because I wasn't
quite-
listening.
I think I thought I found her, and then I questioned whether I found her, and then I lost her for a while, and then she came back, and then
Seriously, I think what she's talking about is bad dialogue, and it's really not her or their fault because that's
Yeah, the writing, I don't think it made it easy for them in season 6 to find their characters.
no. You mean season 10?
That's what I mean. The
Yeah,
6
season 6
episodes,
was great.
yeah.
Oh, that face. That's a good face.
but you know she rolled her eyes a lot and was kind of
Show me. What do you mean by that? I don't. That.
that that.
Yeah,
That's
a
yeah.
story.
That's not really. Yeah. That's a different thing.
Yeah, but having that attitude when you're talking about a severed something is maybe something you might do in your 20s, but not necessarily something that you do in your 40s.
You do it more in your
I know that
40s.
I know that I have come to have greater respect for severed somethings as I've gotten older. And I would never roll my eyes at them, but I know what you're saying, and I feel the same
As
way.
Mulder?
That, Mulder's energy in the beginning of the run was of a young guy, like, tilting in windmills. He
may result in the proof of the existence of extraterrestrial biological entities.
still has
Why
that
is his
at
voice
my
so
age,
high?
But it's going to come out differently.
And did you sit
I
down
just had to hardly hear you.
how that would then come out as an older, decrepit person?
No, just like an instinctual thing. But sometimes the lines would be more difficult to say because sometimes the writing didn't always reflect
Yeah.
the change, and that's
Thank you.
by nature of serialized television. It's
Thank
the same
you.
character. We do have certain things that we say.
But then, you get fat.
Improvise? That's
and
what
the
I
next
want to
thing you
know.
know, you're deep state.
That was a plug for the
You
video
know who
game.
I am? I'm Fox Mulder. I was fighting the power and breaking conspiracies when you still thought the Warren Commission was a prog rock band, you punks. I'm Fox freaking Mulder. You're fat.
What? Where did he had to have improvised that other song.
How did that feel? Does it feel effortless to you? I mean, you're a fit man for your age.
Why, thank you.
Um,
Why do you have to throw in for your age? You can say you're a fit man and just leave it at that. There's no reason to be ageist.
Well, because the question is about age. The question is
No, you're making
actually,
it about age.
No, it's actually about age.
I have the same question right here, and I'm going to look at it.
It's about age.
How old are
because
you? It
I
says.
know for myself
What?
that it sucked, and every time I was asked to run, I kept thinking, I'm too old for this.
I felt more that way about just having to stay up past 9:30 p.m. The actual running, not so bad. It's the starting and the stopping is harder.
There was one day I came to work and my calves weren't working. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was odd.
It was odd.
Not in
Warmed up
these
my
shoes.
ankles.
I got the wrong shoes.
Well, I've got 4-inch heels on, so.
Oh, I hate heels.
I said to you, I don't know how many times, why don't you put on a pair of sneakers? There's no way they can see it. And you're like, I got it. So it's impressive those calves have held out as long as they have.
Thank you, Mr. Duchovny.
You read it in the script and it's kind of cool.
Right.
Like, we're going to attack this guy together. We're going to knock him down. We're going to run out the
that
door.
looks like a
Yeah.
And we're
bitch.
going to
to
jump.
Leap over the side of the house.
But if you're actually handcuffed,
Yeah.
just the slightest move is very
Oh,
painful
yes.
and digs into your skin.
Yes.
So
Now when I think of that scene, I feel the pain in my.
You suffered for our art.
I'm ultimately
Sense
a win.
memory.
Aww.
Oh,
Oh.
well, that's sexy.
in Darren's episode, Mulder goes Sasquatch hunting in a ghillie suit. Hello? Which doesn't seem romantic, although I think it is quite charming and romantic. But my question is, if not a Sasquatch hunter in a ghillie suit, what is Scully looking for?
In a man?
Or in Mulder?
I think she likes that about her Mulder.
Oh, this is romantic.
This is how I like my mold.
Even though she might roll her eyes, I think if it weren't there, I think
No, she
she'd miss
does not
it.
roll her eyes.
Man-sized and hairless.
Maybe it was a mangy Sasquatch. David Duchovny. We need to talk about William.
Oh,
Oh,
What is
no.
it like to work with Miles for the first time?
I think Miles is very good. I mean, I think it's an interesting character to play, a kid with these kinds of powers. I always thought that's the spinoff.
You know, every
These
few
two
weeks, like,
seasons,
Mom
10,
and
11,
Dad
are
are
the
here.
first
It'll be a
time that
sitcom.
We have been engaging with our fans immediately and directly during the
Mulder
shooting of
and
the series.
Scully.
Do you enjoy that?
I don't.
really don't like
It's
that.
not something that I really like doing, just because it tends to give me a self-consciousness or take me out of the process that I'm doing and into kind of thinking about it as a product out in the world already.
Why couldn't you do this and get rid of all the other
I
moderators?
don't trust
This is so much better.
it. I don't trust
Just a
the
conversation.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realize that it's here to stay. it's
Moderator
here,
and fan questions
and I
suck.
realize that it's
Most of the
powerful,
time.
and I realize that the fans have every right to as much as they can possibly get. You know, that we have no show to do without them. My favorite thing to do.
Okay, so let me just
How
say
about-
this. It's a great idea. Like, okay, we're doing this for the No, that's not for the fans. I mean, the fans appreciate if you put stuff up on social media, right? If you're like, oh, we got some behind the scenes pics. But really, it's about marketing. I mean, it has nothing to do. Like, I don't really need to be taking selfies of myself in the middle of doing an improv show, but I do because I feel like it's a presence and it's going to be something someone's going to see and come to our show in the future. And you're a
Yes
selfie
and no.
whore, and
This
you do pictures
fandom
everywhere.
swallows up
Any
every
content.
little thing.
Like us, everyone's watching us right now.
Everyone's
Who the fuck
watching
are we?
us.
I think for the fans, it's great, but I feel like he said something at Alien Con about it being overdone, and I agree with him on that because there was too much promotions in
Oh, yeah.
by way of spoilers.
Yeah.
And they were giving out almost the whole episode before it aired. They would give out like you'd watch like all the good parts of an episode because they
I
would
did not
air-
like the marketing
Yeah, I
campaign
didn't
this
like that, and
season
we
at
would
all.
sit here and review these clips. But then, like by the time the episode came around, we saw all the good parts. Like we saw the scene where they talked about Bob, and we saw the scene ahead of time. All the funnier parts, they definitely would air these like 2-minute promos that were like a scene, and they would have like 2 or 3 of them before each episode. I think
Way
that
too
was
much.
too much. If there's a way to do a behind the scenes picture without giving it away, like he was saying, something about the blobfish. Maybe the blobfish shouldn't have been posted. I know she posted the blobfish. If there's a way to do behind the scenes pics without giving away any spoilers, I think that's probably the best way. Or maybe just to tease, you know. But he's saying, oh well, it takes me out of the moment. I can understand that too because I feel like when I have to do it during my show, it takes me out of the moment. I don't know about anyone else.
Oh, is he talking about doing behind the scenes interviews and stuff?
No, like.
And filming?
Well, like we can listen to what she says. She took a lot of videos and she posted them on social media.
Oh, right.
And he was like, oh, he didn't realize she was posting them.
Yeah.
So let's go back a
But
little
it
bit.
didn't affect him because he didn't realize it.
I know. It's probably a good thing.
I realize that it's here to stay, and it's here.
Yeah.
And I realize that it's powerful, and I realize that
All right,
fans
so
have every right to as much as they can possibly get. You know, that we have no show to do without them, and I respect them, and I love them, and I'm thankful. But in terms of like me as a working person and how I go about my job, it's not my favorite thing to do.
I can
How
understand.
about
that.
you? How did you interact with your fans this year, as opposed
did a
to
lot.
other years? You didn't tweet much back in '93, as I recall.
93. I'm not very good at it, and I don't remember to, but I've got a girl in my life who reminds me that it's something that I might want to do. She
You were always taking pictures and
harangues
videos.
me. I was. Yes, I took a lot of BTS stuff. I guess that there's an element of it that I enjoy when it suddenly occurs to me that there is something about somebody in this unique experience documenting an element of the process is not going to be documented. And it goes out there immediately, and there's an immediate response of people who feel included in something that's important to them.
Do you know how stupid I am or how innocent and naive I am? You would take a video and I'd go, oh, cool.
And not realize that I was going to post it?
Yeah, and then you post it, I'd be like, oh, well, I should have taken a look at that one.
Well, you never complained, so I thought you were okay with whatever.
I am,
it was.
you know, none of it was
Yes.
terrible, but it was like,
Yes.
I never think to do it.
Yeah, we'll say.
You know what though? Remember? Are you?
Oh, go ahead.
You might be saying the same thing I'm going to say.
No?
No, remember when he was saying when we did these private parties, there was a one that we were invited to. They told us no photos, and then the one that we actually produced, they also said you can do photos for the first song, but after that, he really just wants to let loose and be himself, and he feels a little more self-conscious if everyone's filming because. Basically, and I totally understand him in this because people do this even with my own videos. Like they'll take a clip or something said out of context and just post a small clip, and we've seen some backlash even from Alien Con and a few recent panels about quotes or things that were said out of context. And because they were said out of context,
He looks at the ceiling. Right? Look, he's looking at the ceiling. He's not engaged.
Oh yeah, I did get photos of him. I'm not talking.
That
about
was you?
that. That was me taking pictures. But I never put this. Jeez, I never posted that publicly.
Oh, never mind.
I just shared that with you because I thought it was funny.
I thought that was someone else's post.
No, I thought it was funny.
Oh,
No, he
never
was
mind.
saying he was saying he let loose a little bit more and felt a little more comfortable and a little more less inhibited because he felt like there were less people watching him. Like he'd be there with the people in the room, and what he was doing was there for the people in the room.
Right.
Instead of doing these and being self-conscious to be like, oh, well, someone's going to post a small clip of me saying one thing, and it's going to be online, and that's all people are going to hear, and it's going to be like, people are going to comment, I'm going to look like a jerk.
Right.
I think you said something like that.
I think a lot of times it depends on the project too. Like I know in our own improv shows, I'll take selfies in the middle of a show.
Yeah, that's what
Or
I'm saying.
videos of other scenes in the middle of a show, and jump right back in and not be affected.
Right.
I never do that when I have a scripted piece to do.
Yeah, that's
I am
true.
so hyper
Yeah.
focused on the character, the script, and making sure I'm prepared so I don't let down my fellow actors. And with the improv beat, just having fun is a key element to what I'm doing. So all these little gimmicks and stuff are part of that process for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there's a script, especially a
Jillian
character.
says she has a girl that does it for her, and I think that's a good way. Oh, look, Brick.
Brick.
He's so cute. Look at him.
So you have a dog named Brick who has his own Twitter account. He sometimes seems more active on it than you
He
are.
follows me.
Does he have a special phone that he? How
He's
does
so
he pause?
cute, I love
What
it.
happens there? Does he have a special computer? How many followers does he have? Does he have more than you?
I don't think
more
so.
than you.
I think he's got like 10,000 followers. Yeah.
What if we were both sucked into the belly of a spaceship, and then that was the end of the X-Files?
Oh, that'd be
A
great.
great way to end.
Just
and then
kidding.
Yeah, we didn't get the final pages till
the final night.
the night.
The night, yes, indeed.
Oh, it's fucked.
Yeah, it was kind of difficult to figure out what my
FUCC,
emotions, both as Scully and my emotions as
I
an
love Chris,
actor
but
were
that's fucked.
around that being the ending, given that it's such an open-ended ending.
There are ways to get to an ending. One is to kill people, and one is to birth them. It's like a new beginning. Or
did both.
an ending,
Rebirth
so I
while
don't
being
know.
killed.
Interesting, and then especially with the revelation from the first episode that CSM had a hand in William. I thought it was an interesting
A hand?
addition. I think
A
it's
hand.
surprisingly hopeful for
Ooh,
our show.
She's really pushing its done thing.
See you around campus.
Goodbye, Mr. Duchovny. Pleasure working with you.
Oh, No.
I'm telling you, she's in a different place than he is with this. I think he wants to do more.
He said he wants to do more. He's open to doing more.
Yeah.
And she said no, she's done. So yeah, they are in different places. That's not. I don't really feel any certain way about that, other than I'll watch it. But whether or not it's gonna be good or whether
We
I'm
are
gonna like
the
it
Duchovniaks.
remains to return. Well, I'm not. I'm still a fan, even though I'm not really part of that group anymore because.
We include you, even
Yeah.
though you don't include yourself.
I'm still friends with everybody in that group, but
Just labels.
yeah, I don't want to be labeled.
No.
But the whole thing kind of makes me sad, actually. There's a couple other things that I saw, little clips online, but they weren't uploaded nicely. They were low quality. They keep showing this, like, outtakes from her whispering into his ear, whatever she whispered. I can't even hear it. They're, like, saying different things. And there's also an outtake from the end of Plus One, and it was actually not an outtake. It was a part that was cut. All right, this is it. I don't know where it came from, but this is it.
As if he had ulterior motives for staying in that motel with her.
Yeah, we knew that.
There were tricky points in that show, which was like Mulder checking.
Oh, he's looking at her butt.
And things like that. And I was like, well, how does this resolve? So I checked out her ass.
Kevin did a great job directing.
Love, and then who's left wanting more? I didn't want it to be just about sex. Mulder and Scully is not about sex as much as fans may want a sex scene or whatever. It's like
Clearly.
their relationship's way beyond that.
It's about alien probing.
It's about eating a butt muffin.
To Chris that if Scully checks out my ass by the end of it, the idea was that she's gonna like peek in the door and see me in my underwear. And I was like, it's 5 seconds later, and I was just in a suit. So it's like, what did I do? Like Charlie Chaplin, I jumped out of my clothes and I was like, yeah, that's
Thank
not
you,
gonna
David.
work.
Thank you, David.
Chris, no, I'm not.
She opens the door and I'm just standing right there.
That was completely improvised by David. Everyone agreed that that was the perfect ending for the episode.
Give Scully a sexual drive, and not just to be objectified, but to be a subject. And when that happened, we all just said, oh, no, that's got to be the ending.
All right, see, she went through the door. She didn't. They cut that. She didn't go through the door. The smile was there, but there's like less of a smile. I feel like in the original.
Only the door open, and the only people watching.
Yeah, you know what? They cut it right after this. She opened,
I thought it was perfect.
and that was it. There was
Thank
no
you,
smile.
Mr.
But now,
DeBarney.
look, no.
When that happened, we all just said, oh, no, that's got to
That's a perfect.
Look, oh, that was. They should have left that.
Nah,
the
that
blink,
smile.
and the blink. Come on, that was really cute.
Yeah.
They should have left that. Haven't you ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No, much better to face these kinds of things.
Well, want to thank you all for tuning in. We gotta go. We have a show to do tonight at the club. Improv comedy at the Broadway Comedy Club. Improv.
It was perfect there. Sorry.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We gotta go.
Yeah, don't
It's
panic at
we
the
have
disco.
a
So
late-
yeah,
We have a long video,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go. But I hope you enjoyed this.
wake me up before you go.
We're done. We're done. We're done.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below.